Hi Pisces, welcome in. We are going to do your November reading. I am so excited. I was just meditating on your energy and I was literally seeing a woman emerging from the depths, and it was almost like all this water swirling around her and like clearing out of the way, and like kind of this like diamond at the bottom, and then like a woman like emerging from the depths. Um, and it just really reminded me of how like the North Node is in Pisces. We have like Saturn and Neptune still in Pisces, but they'll be going, well, Saturn will be going to direct soon, and Neptune will be going direct pretty soon too in December. So there is this sense of like a slow emergence happening here after a lot of, there's just been a lot going on for Pisces for a long time. A lot of big cycles closing out at this point. So very exciting energy. I also did pull some cards from my astrology deck here. And we pulled the Sun card, source energy. So exactly kind of like what I was talking about. And then the Libra balance card. And then on the bottom we have think. So I definitely picked up this energy of, I feel like you could be having some downloads pouring through at this time and starting to feel more balanced, more vibrant, and starting to like really emerge from maybe a dark night of the soul. But I do feel like in terms of the think card that there is some clarity coming through for you here. So that's really lovely. We are in this time period, especially for Pisces, where there's this deep, well, for everyone, but definitely Pisces, this deep need to surrender and allow and be willing to receive. And if by chance you struggle with that, I don't know. For example, last week I was like waiting for a response on something, and it was like as soon as I like let it go, I got the answer. And it took me a few days to like get there, but I think that was the universe's way of, it was like the morning I woke up and I was like, I just need to be willing to receive. And then like an hour later I got a response. So just keeping that in mind. And I would definitely recommend checking out the November astrology. I'll have that link below. We go a lot into depth about kind of what's going on in Pisces specifically, and just like what the next couple months are going to look like. Lots of Scorpio energy right now. Of course, we are in Scorpio season, and there's just like, we are in Scorpio season in a 9-year. So that to me is very profound and special. This year has been a lot about purging and releasing and shedding of all these old layers of ourselves. And we're at the tail end of this year now. So it's just like we're at the final squeeze of everything. So if you want to hear more about that, definitely check out that November astrology video. And otherwise, let's get into your reading. We're going to pull one of my Phoenix Oracle cards to, well, archetypal cards to honor the Scorpio season, and then we'll get into the Human Spirit Oracle, and then we'll do some tarot. I don't know why this is coming through in this reading specifically, because I didn't mention this in the other readings. Well, it happened after the other readings, I guess. Anywho, I got these earrings in Greece, and I had lost one of the earrings for like 2 years, and I like had found it, and I moved, and then I like couldn't find it again. I only had one, and I just found the other match. And I don't know why it's coming up in this. I mean, we just did that, but I just get the sense like it's like parts of you like integrating and coming back together. I'm also a fellow Pisces, so maybe that's why it could be significant for specifically Pisces. But I was just called to really say that in this reading. So we have the Lover card coming out for Pisces. Okay. Beautiful energy here. So you could really be embodying this archetype at this point. For sure. Or you could have some, yeah, I mean, I want to say this too, with the Lover energy, and especially like people who feel very aligned with female energy, the feminine energy, or if you have been someone who like, yes, like aligned with the female energy, but also someone who maybe has chased in the past or accepted breadcrumbs, like really embodying love is the key here, and stepping into that like receiving, surrendering energy here. The embodiment of love, then it's like when you choose you, everything else around you chooses you. So this could have to do with love, or this could even have to do with you just choosing yourself and becoming the lover archetype, which is so beautiful. So let's pull some cards from the Human Spirit Oracle deck. I love this deck. It's so pretty. For y'all. And then we will get into the tarot. Really beautiful energy so far, though. Whoa, that was a lot. So we are gonna keep shuffling here. Just looking for 3, ideally. Hit your target. That came out for Sagittarius's reading as well. That was like crazy in that reading. Maybe you have some Sagittarius in your chart. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. That's what these videos are for. And you could resonate with one over the other more. You could also go by title, or I also at times like to listen to like whatever season we're in, like Scorpio season. I find that it's fun to like listen to those readings and see what kind of comes out, like what energetically is going on for that sign based on the season we're in. I also personally like, this is kind of going a little deeper, but for me personally, I have a Sag rising with Pluto on there. Pluto conjunct. It's a lot going on in there, but that's also like Scorpio energy, so I feel like sometimes I do align with the Scorpio readings. So if you know more about your chart and you have any aspects like that, you could also go based off that. Eat your words. I'm possible. Beautiful. Butterfly effect on the bottom. Somebody else got that as well. I can't remember exactly who, but hit your target, eat your words, and I'm possible. So I definitely get the sense that you are working towards some type of goal here. Really stepping into your dharma, whatever you're meant to do here, or whatever really lights your soul up. I feel like you are really tapping into that here. And there could be some like, I don't think this is stopping you at all, just because we have this like balance and sun energy like I talked about earlier, but really overcoming some doubt and some you can even see in her face in this, like there's anxiety associated with this card, and it's like you do have the ability to reach your goals, and the I'm possible energy coming out is just so beautiful to me. Like I feel like you're really starting to emerge. Like look at this energy. She's, or he or they, I don't really know. They're like emerging from this. They're starting to really see themselves and come out of this fog. And I feel like you could really be at a point of like stepping out of the doubt and the fear. And the more you can stay in alignment with your center and your intention and your vision, it's like once you can get a clear vision too of wherever you're wanting to head, that will light the way. And then it's just about like those daily affirmations even, or this daily attunement to where you're headed, like some type of action towards your goal. I said this for one of the other readings too. Who was it? I think Aquarius, but this energy of, for instance, I did the Artist's Way recently, which is a 12-week journal prompting, and it encourages you to do morning pages daily, which is like automatic writing, 3 pages, and it really helps you to explore your subconscious. And for me, it ended up being like a moment of affirmation, like every day, even if like my 3D world was a mess, I was able to really be like, no, like I got this and I'm going to do this to get here and like I can do this. And it was just like this everyday ritual of encouraging myself, even if like at that point I was in a pretty dark place, but I was able to still in that darkness emerge and stay in alignment with where I wanted to go. And it's kind of like, regardless, again, whatever the 3D is, it's like aligning with that 5D reality before it's kind of come into this reality. Yeah. But you're definitely heading in the right direction. So this is very exciting. Let's get into the tarot, why don't we? Y'all, I would love to hear y'all's stories, your experiences, if these messages are resonating with you. Would love some feedback. Let's see. Yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, share too if you resonate here. That really helps the channel grow. Let's see what wants to come through for your reading for November here. We do have the full moon in Taurus tomorrow. Really grounding those dreams into reality here. Clearing our energy. Illuminating maybe some things that we need to look at. Whoa. So that one fell out first. We're going to take that. Page of Wands. 5 of Swords. Everybody wants to rule the world. That song's been stuck in my head for the whole week. Medicine wheel, the Chariot card. Let's see what else, Pisces. What else wants to come out here for Pisces? Okay. Okay, interesting. The Emperor on the bottom. I do want to just pull one card on this 5 of Swords before we get into this. That's okay. So the 9 of Wands, the Moon card, and the Ace of Pentacles here. The 9 of Wands, the Moon card, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you could have been feeling in the past, the Nine of Wands, you could have been feeling like really starting to feel like ready to give up on something, but you're just like right there and you just need to keep pushing forward. And I feel like whatever the last full moon that we had could have really catapulted you forward, and gave you some sort of boost of energy here. Because then we are led into this Ace of Pentacles and this like new path opening up. So maybe some new work opportunities coming through here for you. Let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is. What is this Ace of Pentacles here? Nine of Swords. Jeez. Jeez, did you guys see that? The Empress card flying out. She was like, I'm here. Interesting. And the Four of Wands on the bottom. Why the Nine of Swords then? Why is this Nine of Swords coming out? Mindset. Nine of Wands. This Ace of Pentacles in the past. So you could have been having some anxiety over some new opportunities coming through, but you are the Empress card and you are capable of holding these opportunities. But I just get this sense of maybe some like imposter syndrome or something along those lines. But you are the Empress and you're moving forward. In the future, or in the present, we have the Page of Wands, the Five of Swords clarified by the Six of Swords, and the Medicine Wheel. I want to pull one more on this Five of Swords. You're moving forward from whatever this Five of Swords is, but I kind of just want a little bit more insight here. I'm going to shuffle. Okay. Three of Wands. You know, I'm being told to shuffle my Humankind Oracle deck on this Five of Swords, so I'm going to do it. I don't usually do that. But there might be a clearer message that wants to come through here. What do you want to tell me about the Five of Swords here? You guided me to do this. Let's get a message here. Easy does it. Okay. I like that. I get this sense that you could be having some difficulties in some connections right now. And I think you're just meant to really focus on your movement forward. That's why there's not much like more coming out here. I feel like Six of Swords and the Three of Wands. Like it's like you're moving forward and you're focusing on the future and what you're manifesting here. And Spirit's asking you to stay grounded. Easy does it. Stay in your center beyond whatever kind of little drama is happening in the background here. Just stay authentic and honest and in integrity here. And the Medicine Wheel, really moving you forward here. The Medicine Wheel is related to the Wheel of Fortune. And that is destiny, that is fated events, that is also represents all the fixed signs. But I definitely get this sense that the universe is just moving you forward and you're really just meant to continue to stay focused on your goals. What is this? Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so let me show you. We have the Chariot card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I get this sense that the near future, like you really are just meant to continue to keep focusing on your goals. Look at this. It's like chop wood, carry water, and keep moving forward here. That I always, not always, but I'm definitely picking that up really heavy here. Especially since it's both the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. It's like continuing to work on things and then also like paying attention to what you've already created. And like, I think being appreciative of yourself for how far you have come, but just like, just keep moving forward. The universe is moving you in a whole new direction here. Let's pull one card just on this Eight of Pentacles. The Free card. And the Seven of Pentacles. Anytime I leave like the main tarot deck in the deck and I forget to take it out, I always say that's like a free space. And to me that, like, especially in this reading, I get this sense of like this embodiment of the Lover, right? Really staying in alignment with the receiving energy and the allowing energy to keep moving you forward. But let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles too. Four of Wands on the bottom again. And Justice and the King of Cups. So this could be balance coming into a relationship here. Let's just pull one more on this combination. Judgment, Four of Cups. One more. The Star card, okay. And the Four of Wands back on the bottom again. That's 3 times. So I definitely think you're coming into a celebratory time period in your life. And the Judgment card, this awakening energy. And the Four of Cups, you could be hesitant about whatever offer is coming forward to you. But ultimately, the Star card, this is going to be a healing connection. And you're definitely moving in the right direction here. So that feels really good to me. Let's close the reading out with some more oracle cards. Let's see. That was too many, so we're going to keep going here. I hear my dog running up the stairs. Soul retrieval. What else for Pisces here? Moving forward. What did I keep saying? And intention. Yeah. Celebration on the bottom. And we have celebration here with the Four of Wands. This reading feels really light and like you're just like really being guided. And I feel like you've done a ton of work here. So really honoring you in this bloom. The bloom in the dark months. I love it. That sun and that illumination. Soul retrieval. Finally did my nails. They look so much better. Anyways, soul retrieval. Intention. Oh, that's so beautiful. And then moving forward. Remember the parts of yourself, soul retrieval? I feel like you really are reclaiming so many different parts of your own soul here and staying in alignment with your intention and just continue to move forward. Again, a lot of that like Virgo energy of like chop wood, carry water. So excited for you guys, Pisces. Again, please feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, and keep tuning in with me. Yeah, sending y'all so much love and stay tuned for more videos. And if you ever want to do a private reading with me, we can do a deep dive into your more personal story, and that will be linked below, a link to my website if you ever want to check that out. You could also ever send me a message if you want like a shorter reading. I'll probably end up adding more options on there eventually too. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment if you have any requests or anything of the sorts. Okay, I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good night or day whenever this is finding you.